Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. If you're new here, howdy, welcome. And if you're returning back, well, welcome on back. You already know what the deal is. And guys, we are so close to 1K. Let's make sure that you're subscribed and your bell notifications is on. Let's do it. We're so close. We are so close. We can do it. So today we are discussing a 24-year-old TikToker whose name is Muhammad Alaboud, if I'm saying that correctly. He is one of the many privileged crazies floating around on TikTok. Well, used to be. And he wants you to know that if you're not living like Larry, you ain't living at all. He posted a video on TikTok of his 4-bedroom luxurious house priced around 1.3 million pounds. Take a look at this video.
Mașină, casă, interior lux, din fericire, o frumusețe de băiat pe aici, așa, bucătărie cât casă, asta cum se numește salonul sau cum se spune în limba română, așa, și adevărul e că nu e bani în buzunar.
He seems very well off trying to make a name for himself on TikTok, but as we learned in previous videos like this, not everything is what it's cracked up to be on social media. All these fancy things this kid is showing off. He's homeless. Yes, he's homeless. He had recently just moved to the UK from wherever he lived before, and he wasn't even cleared to work in the UK, so he had to find ways to, get money under the table, and he landed a job at a warehouse for Disney, if I'm not mistaken. So you're like, Taj, this man has a luxurious 1.3 million four-bedroom house. He has this nice Audi in the front, and he's homeless, making mere dollars at a warehouse. How do you do it? Well, sit back and relax because it's a lot to unpack, and I'm going to tell you every single detail. Make sure you smash that subscribe button because I know you're interested. Okay, back to the warehouse job that I was just telling you about. That was located in England, where he met this lady named Maria. The two used to do TikTok together, and that's what made them hit it off immediately. Their basically love for TikTok and social media. Many thought that they were a couple, and honestly, I would have thought that they were a couple as well, but you know how that stuff goes. They weren't. But Maria did have somebody else that was interested in her, who she also denied was not her boyfriend. The other guy's name is Kasai, and Maria said that Kasai was infatuated with her, professing his love to her, but they both went back and forth through text messages, calling each other babe, baby, my king, my queen, all of that cringy relationship crap. It sounded like she was stringing him on a little bit, don't you think? Well, Kasai wasn't innocent in this either. Your boy was married, a whole wife, with 3 kids. And Maria, she didn't know anything about this. But with the two living in 2 different cities, it was easy for Kasai to hide his double life from his wife and or from Maria. Kasai liked to present himself as a millionaire who has it all, but in reality, he was a chef. Not saying that you can't be a millionaire chef, but this guy was just a chef at a restaurant. And I guess the money that he was making was not enough for him. So his side job was buttering up babes, making them fall in love, and then frauding them out of millions of dollars while still on the clock at the restaurant he works at. There were many females who were exposed to this swindle, I guess you could call it, that Kasai was doing. But there was one who was discovered by police, and she came forward to tell us some information. Her name was Anna Reach, and she was attracted to Kasai. They exchanged numbers and flirty text. His game was so good. He got a nice Toyota and a whole Audi out of this woman with the promise to give her 57,000 pounds in return for both cars. Which, by the way that this story is going on and on, we both know Anna ain't seen not a thought of giving the money back or a penny. And if you thought that when I told you about the cars, then you were correct, because Anna admitted that to the police. But during this whole situation, I believe that Anna was a little bit over Kasai, because she said that she was only there to get her money's worth and then she was done with the situation altogether. But this is not Kasai's only and last victim. His next and very, very last one was not only scammed out of millions of dollars, but she was also scammed out of her life. The next scandal that Kasai pursued was with an older lady named Lois. Lois owned a bunch of properties in London, including some flats across the street from where Kasai worked at that restaurant. I'm not sure if Lois was a regular at the restaurant and that's when he made his move, or if she was checking out her apartments and one day while they were both outside they saw each other, because both the flats and the restaurant is across the street from each other. But it has been confirmed that both people were introduced by a friend, and that friend is, I don't know. So do you remember that house that I showed you in the beginning? Lois owns it. Kasai offered her £6 million for almost all the businesses, all the houses, the flats, everything that she owned, which was a bit over the price that everything combined owned. And Lois was down for it. She was ready to take the money because she wanted to buy her sons more property. So boom, Kasai is like telling this girl, my girlfriend Anna is a multi-millionaire and she's backing me up with this process. Now, the way that he presented her as her girlfriend, I don't know what Lois and Anna and Kasai's all relationship was. And yes, we are talking about the same Anna that he scammed those cars out of, and she was in on this. I mean, like, in on the process, like sending voice notes, talking back and forth with Kasai and maybe Lois, saying that, getting everything ready to get this started. But Anna backed out when she found out that she had to meet Lois face to face. But Muhammad, the TikToker, was in on this too, which essentially he stepped in where Anna stepped out. So with that being said, Lois handed the keys to Muhammad, thinking that Muhammad, the homeless guy, was going to buy the house. And just like every other young, dumb guy, girl, person, he got on TikTok and posted. So Kasai is still trying to make this thing set in stone, get it all ready so he can swindle this lady out of everything. He attempted to get lawyers involved, but obviously they ain't want them problems to deal with, saying that Lois would have to have her own separate lawyers and this, that, and the other. So for that, Lois was sending this man £24,000, which is like a lot of money going back and forth. And so that alarmed her bank, which prompted her to call the bank and lie to them to keep the payments flowing back and forth, to Kasai. And as we both know, as we all know, not all of that money was going to legal fees. That money was not going to be spent on anything that she intended it to be spent on. Fast forward to July 26th. You can see Luis pulling up to that property that Muhammad posted on TikTok. But that was the last time that Luis was seen alive. But when she pulled up to the house, there's no telling what happened when she immediately got there. But the people that were in the house was Luis, Muhammad, and Maria. But Maria didn't know what was about to happen or what was going on. She was in the other room while the guys were in a different room. But while Kasai and Muhammad were alone with Lois, either Muhammad or Kasai choked Lois to death with the cord on a blow dryer, like a hair dryer. Apparently Kasai is one of those people who tells their mom everything. Well, I tell my mom everything. And especially something big like this, I would expect somebody to be telling their parents, something. So after he killed Lois, he called his mom and told her that Lois was essentially dying from cancer and going away to China to spend some time there. But Kasai also texted her family and friends, texting them, letting them know that she was going to be going back to China for a while. So after he completed those lies and that horrible, horrible stuff, the two wrapped Lois's body up in a plastic bag, a tarp, whatever, dumped her into one of those bins with the wheels on it, and put like garden trash all over it, like soil and all that good stuff. After her body was secured, they sold her car the same day for £1,000. So going back to the CCTV, captured them moving her body to another location, almost looking like they put her in a trash bin. After this was complete, Kasai took Maria to buy a big purchase, which was a pair of $500 earrings across town to buy an alibi for himself, essentially to say that's where he was when this took place. So after Maria got her gift, Muhammad then took her home. The two stopped by a restaurant, not the one that Kasai works at, but they stopped at a chicken shop to eat some food. And this is when homeboy felt comfortable enough to open up to Maria. He openly just says, "I can't believe I killed that lady." And Maria didn't respond the same way that he thought that she would, which prompted him to play it off as a joke, but then finishing it off by saying, "Do you want me to kill you too?" Now, the house is nice. It's a 4-bedroom house. But how did she not hear Lois struggling? I mean, it was said that she was struggling for several minutes before she died. How did she not know or hear what was going on? So, after their little chicken shop dinner, Muhammad took Maria back home, all the way home. And he told her that he had to go back to the house to finish some stuff up. 3 days after the murder, Lois's son called the police saying that he hasn't heard from his mom in forever, and that's not in her character to not speak to her children. Police searched all of her properties and came up with clues at the one house that Muhammad had posted on TikTok. And of course, they found her DNA everywhere. And they even tracked down the bin that Lois's body was in. Remember those messages that Kasai sent out from Lois's phone to tell her family and friends that she was going back to China for a while? He sent those from her phone at the restaurant that he works at. It doesn't get more stupider than this. So it's safe to say that these guys were both charged with murder. Kasai tried to come to trial with evidence, and Muhammad didn't really have anything. Kasai used those $500 earring purchase to say, "Oh, this is where I was when this happened." And then Muhammad was like, "I was asleep at the house, and then I woke up and there was a dead body in the living room, and I didn't know what to do. I called Kasai. He said, 'Don't worry about it.' And then I didn't call the ambulance because I was scared. I didn't know what to do." But when Muhammad confessed to Maria at the chicken shop, that sealed the deal. And both the boys, Muhammad and Kasai, are locked up. But when Muhammad said that he felt like he didn't know what was going on, he was really, not bothered by a dead body being in the same vicinity, that he didn't know what was going on with it, how it died. He posted this TikTok. I remember that $1,000 that they sold that car for. That money bought that outfit. So, guys, at the end of the day, make sure you know who you're getting involved with. Not all cute boys are safe boys. Not all cute girls are safe girls. And not all cute in-betweens ain't safe in-betweens. You know what I mean? Also, guys, I do have an Instagram page. I wanted to use it for requests or topics that you guys want me to cover. You guys can follow me. I'll be posting pictures and whatever else. It will be crazy, but just follow me there. I would love to hear. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos. Never forget who loves you the most. It is I love you so much, sweetheart. Last video, y'all said you liked the accent, so I'm failing horribly. I don't even know what happened right there. Anyways, guys, I love you. Never forget it. You can't forget it. If you're subscribed, turn on your bells. I love you. See you next time. Bye.